you see this Nigeria politics is just a game of interest, because El-Rufai now is now coming out to say that they rigged last election for Tinubu, which you all know, but all of them denied it that time. So what is the difference? Why are they now coming out to expose? Because they refer to me have also exposed that INEC rigged election for Tinubu, that P2B won the election. But the honest truth is that even a blind man, we know that P2B won that election. But just for the video to the end, let me get to that in the comment section.
El-Rufai said he made a very recent disclosure where he disclosed, again, you know, he's been in the hot moment of the news, and when I mean in the hot moment, the presidency is on him because they think that he is acting like a child who is sulking just because the administration did not give him any ministerial appointment. So El-Rufai, who has been quiet, sort of decided to spill, and he said that he brought out a particular result sheet that it was Peter Obi that won the 2023 elections. So because of that, based on that outburst, well, the administration has actually warned him to stop twisting the truth. They were saying that Peter Obi did not win the 2023 election, and this recent outburst that claimed Peter Obi actually won the 2023 election, according to them, is one of the most absurd political twists since the election was concluded. Now, what makes it even more baffling is that the same El-Rufai has suddenly taken to his X account to declare that Obi was robbed of victory and that he regrets supporting what he now describes as a rigged process. But Nigerians are no strangers to political drama, and this latest act from El-Rufai is just another poorly scripted episode in a long series of political theatrics. If El-Rufai is lying, why don't you sue him to court? The guy is coming from an informed perspective, so why come out on the press to describe that what he said is just a rhetoric and he's been dramatic, possibly he's sulking like a child, as you have been disclosing? If there is no element of truth, sue El-Rufai to court. Tell him to bring out the evidence that there was a plot twist where the election was rigged. And how come you're involved in a rigged process? You were involved in a rigged process. I don't know if indeed what he is saying is not the truth. There is a process to go by things and ensure that this disclaimer or this whatever it is you've said is false and it's wrong and you're not supposed to do so. Again, we're going to be looking at a couple of issues in the polity. My guest will be joining us virtually, and that is Barrister Evans Ufeli. Barrister Evans Ufeli is a legal practitioner, a political social affairs commentator. Obviously, he's very vast in the political scenario and a couple of issues as well in social welfare. He'll be giving us his own insight into these topics that I have reeled out this evening. And like I said, it intends to be quite intellectually edifying and as well as engaging. We need to get the truth. What exactly is the truth? Barrister Evans, answer what you're explaining now, what you're helping us understand, comprehend. So, El-Rufai, let me even start with his son. The son has been talking lately. The guy has been tweeting anyhow, and a couple of persons are like, okay, calm down, guy. We already know your dad is no longer in the APC and you're trying to throw your support with the coalition. I think 2 or 3 days ago he actually affirmed that Peter Obi would do the needful, and he believes Peter Obi can do the needful if he has a strong northern candidate, that before 12 noon or before the president's wife is done with the president's breakfast, that Peter Obi would win. Then another thing, the APC came out in reaction to say, El-Rufai, please go and sit down. There is peace now in southern Kaduna. You are no longer the governor. They talked about this activist Daddy Yatta, who went missing for a very long time while El-Rufai was the governor of Kaduna State. They brought out all the concerns about Daddy Yatta. They brought out all the concerns about El-Rufai, and then the next thing, he came out with a sheet with a list of how the 2023 elections went and said that the APC were in a system that rigs, that the current party robbed Peter Obi of his win. And I was like, what? He brought out a list. So when he brought out that list, the APC now reacted and said that why would El-Rufai make such a statement? Not even the APC. I think one individual whose name is Ido Ephraimos Falai. He came out to call out El-Rufai. He said that why would Nasir El-Rufai claim that Peter Obi is one of the most absurd political twist, that Peter Obi actually won the 2023 general elections? They were like, where is the evidence? How? What's the possibility? So there's this list that is out there that brought out all the numbers of the political parties, each of them, like that: APC, NNPP, PDP, Labour Party, and all. And in most of the results, you've seen it. So why is El-Rufai coming out now to say that? What difference will it make? No, that's one. Hold on, Barrister Evans. Number two, if that is if this is the truth, why has the APC not sued him to court? Because it's a very implicating statement he made with that results sheet that he released for somebody on behalf of defending the government to just say that no, El-Rufai is spewing lies and he's angry just because the administration did not give him any ministerial position. That is a very huge expose.
Yeah, it's a very huge expose. When I saw it first, I had to go and confirm whether El-Rufai truly did that, and I was surprised. What he said is that they were the ones who had to rig him into power, and they know how to do it. Yes, and they know how to do it, and that this was the result after. But are you surprised? I mean, I said it that time when we were doing the analysis that Peter Obi was played out of the game of politics. I said it there. He was played out of the game of politics. Unfortunately, the evidence he needed to contend that matter, he didn't have it because INEC was complicit.
Yeah.
And so many other persons, including but not limited to the even agents, the Labour Party also compromised and all that. So I mean, it was glaring that. Glaring and unfortunate that they had to use the technical INEC contribution to the scam. When by the time it got to court, there's nothing the judiciary would have done.
There's nothing the judiciary would have done?
There's nothing they would have done without evidence. What would they have done? you for them to declare when what is before them. They can't go outside what is before them.
Wow. So does this explain the recent hatred, malicious attitude and comments and accurate statements towards Peter Obi? Because I've been wondering that this is not the only opposition that you have. Why is everything everywhere from these guys is Peter Obi? Because I am, to be honest with you, Barrister Evans Tufeli, I'll be highly disappointed if the APC does not sue El-Rufai to court. For El-Rufai to come out with this, it means he has his evidence and he knows what to say. And I don't know why Felix Moka has not responded to this. I don't know why Daniel Bwala, who is very quick in speaking, whenever Peter Obi tweets or says something, he goes to the media immediately to start talking down on him. I don't know why Reno Mockery, as usual. These are the persons that usually throw hate against Peter Obi. They have been mum. So
they have not been mum because you know why?
Why?
The person who is saying it was in the team that it's like me now when I engage in something, you were not there. You understand? Then I came to meet you and said, see, we are the ones that did what we did. I'm the ones telling you that see what we did. So who is going to controverse it? Is it even Omekri that was not there?
No, but you know how these guys are very quick in defending their principal.
It was it Bwala that was the PDP that I know they defend their principal, but this one don't pass them now.
Ha.
You understand? This one is this allegation. See, this allegation there. You need to come with a result also to the it. You understand? You know that most of the results have been wiped off anyhow that. You didn't hear the news that the results have been taken down.
It has actually. The result has been taken down.
It has been taken down, but the Nigerians already have it in the archives now. Many of us have saved the cloud already, so they cannot. The result took it down. Well, we can also bring it anytime we want to bring it from cloud and all that.
So my question, Barrister Evans, is are we saying that he will just say it and everybody will just do? APC no go talk. Nobody go talk.
This one is difficult. Whose office are they going to assign to go and debunk this one? Let them debunk it now. We're still waiting now. You understand? That's why, you see, you have to keep your hands clean. Lessons we should learn from this in life is that at all points, make sure that your hands are clean. Your hands are clean at all points. You understand? Look at the way, you see, when you gather people to commit a crime, conspiracy, you know, you must ensure that you put them in conditions in future where they will not fall out of favor. If they fall out, they start to confess. This is a peace confession. And if it's in a good country that things work, El-Rufai is supposed to have been arrested by now.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. This kind of allegation, this confession you've made.
To make further confession so that we revisit that result. We revisit the 2023 election and the outcome. That's how countries become great. When we can revisit things. Okay, somebody will say, but no, there's already a proclamation and all that. Even though there's a proclamation, we will revisit it for the purpose of correcting the errors of the past. Not necessarily to take the president away, but to correct whatever wrong that went down. You know, a lot of persons, so many persons that have privileged information were saying this thing. This is the El-Rufai just said now. Even some of us said it that time. But it was a lot of people knew that, but see, we didn't have the kind of evidence that El-Rufai have.
Barrister Evans Ufeli, I wouldn't lie to you, I am gobsmacked. I'm trying to imagine this kind of revelation in a country like the United States or even in the UK, and somebody exposes what they did. The DSS has not taken this person in. Do you know what it is to rob people of their right, their choice? Do you understand? Do you understand what this implies, Barrister Evans Ufeli? In a sane climate that the law works, this man came out to make this huge allegation, brought out a list, and he was brazen, meaning that he knows what he's talking about. And everywhere is quiet. You disenfranchise if indeed what he's saying is the truth. It means that INEC as an institution in cahoots with some political bureaucrats disenfranchise the people. You disenfranchise the people by not giving them what they want. It's almost like it's a military democracy sort of. You have a facade of a democracy, but you at the end of the day, you don't have a choice. Your president has been selected for you. There is just a facade of a process of an election. We wouldn't give you what you demand. And then you brought out such a statement, you brought out a result, and that man has not been apprehended. Like again, I've been wondering, what is this fear? Because I don't know how any other individual from any other ethnic group would have been kept in their houses after this. I'm still wondering. The president has some principles, and he believes that the president fought for democracy based on his dealings with Nadeko. I don't understand how this has not gotten to his table and nothing has been done. And I don't think that El-Rufai or any other political elites in the presidency is above the law if there is anything that they have implicated themselves in. So why has DSS not called him to say, okay, please start mentioning the names of persons that you guys were in cahoot of doing this? Bring them out, call them out, do your investigation. No, don't put it on that carpet.
Who is DSS? DSS is an institution that is created to provide security for the presidency and the president. That's what DSS. That's what DSS means. Secret police. That's what it means. Esther, we're in the season of shame. Okay, we're jumping the gun. Just relax. This is the season of shame. And you think El-Rufai's son doesn't know what he's saying?
He's been talking lately too much.
When he said that if P2B gets a strong candidate on the day of election before 12 o'clock, Obi would have won. You think he didn't know what he's saying? That is actually what happened in the last election. Before 12 noon, Obi had won already. That's what happened. So on the second day now, technical glitch now happened. And if you notice, it happened so early in the day. And before you know it, everything was turned upside down. You understand? Because the financial muscle was there. The president had so much resources to contend with whatever it is that was going to happen. And so they worked their way through. Nigerians were left in utter distress. Not many people celebrated this win because people knew in the heart of hearts that this thing didn't go well at all. You understand? So to avoid that in the next election, El-Rufai is bent on making his point. You understand? That is why I don't even want him to be arrested or prosecuted or whatsoever. If this time around he wants to prove it.
But he already has a case in court, actually. With exactly. So he's already dealing with a case in court.
I know he has a case in court. I know about it. You understand? But this time around, he wants to prove something. He wants to prove it to Nigerians that truly is what I'm talking about. So it's now left for Peter Obi, the coalition, all of them. So put their heads together. Come up with the proper resolution as to the political party Obi is going to. Then all other candidates, so that the outing for the next election is going to be a very tough one. Yeah. Especially when those who knew how they worked their way through victory before are now in the opposition. To go back to that road, they can send them on that road where they walk through the victory, the back door. So if they are going to pass through that back door again, they are going to meet these people there. So that is the kind of thing we are going to see in this election.
But the coalition,
so INEC must be
the coalition seem to still have their own internal issues, from the leadership to deciding how they want to go about what they're going about with the persons involved. Okay, so you have the articulated, you have the obedience. We're not seeing that synergy amongst them right in the coalition. So there's still a crack in the coalition. I think a couple of persons still don't trust the coalition yet because of all of the skirmishes that they're involved in. That unison is not there. Like when the CPC and the ACN came together and merged as the APC, they became a very strong coalition, and as an opposition, that unison is not being experienced in the APC.
Yeah,
so
when you talk about coalition,
yeah,
when you talk about coalition, you are supposed to have what they call absolutism.
Okay.
If you notice when Buhari CPC and Tinubu ACN and all the other political parties came together to form APC, there was absolutism. They did not do primaries to say, let us now do primaries. They chose a consensus candidate. Even though they did something like just to fulfill the law, you understand? Just to make sure they're on the right track of law. They did what you call a primary, but all of them had already voted for Buhari, you understand? And just to fulfill the law. But at that time, the letter act had not introduced the means through which parties can emerge. Today it was introduced in 2020, where you can have consensus candidate, you can have primary, you can have all that, wherein other people will stand that they are consenting to. You understand? Now, if you must succeed, if ABC must succeed, they must get to that point where they will build absolutism. Because I listened to David Mark saying nobody will be given preferential treatment. That's wrong. If you are saying you are doing coalition because you want to take over power, you must have one mind. You must have, you don't have to start to compete against yourself.
Yeah.
When you have a bigger enemy to compete against. You understand me?
Yeah.
So they are supposed to create what they call absolutism. Pick one person, get what they call it, a popular person and a running mate. Forget about your differences. Don't worry. If the target is you want to take Tinubu out, don't worry about any other interest. Pick that one person. Pick this from south and north.
Yeah.
You understand? Go to the polls like that. Anything that will make them to go to primaries, they will lose this thing. They will not be able to. Yes, now because the truth is that if they are going to do primaries, that means article is going to emerge. You understand?
With the way things are currently with the ADC now.
Yes,
that's what it means.
Yes. That's it. And the article have the electoral value to contend with a Tinubu. And even if you have the electoral value, after he wins thereafter, does he have the strength to lead at that age? So I don't think this coalition is going well.
So are you saying that
it's just unfortunate that the Labour Party is no longer a viable place to.
Exactly.
I would have advised that they will go back to
Labour Party.
The PDP. If not that Wike is still there,
he should go back to PDP.
Yes, if not that Wike is there, and it's not that person. PDP would have been a viable said it not too long ago.
Yeah.
Calling, even though some people said that the distraction, calling people to come back to the PDP. That the people who are not have everything at the list of the party and it can be talked over, something like that. But see, we get there, we is still there to destroy whatever the of PDP because of what they did to him, Tamboa and this rule, or what they did to him. He's still there, not forgiven the past. You see, want to destroy things that left. That's the only thing that I find possible. Otherwise, the PDP can actually regroup itself. And you know, for Nigeria, it's not a party again, it's just that they are looking for where this man can crystallize proper. And once it crystallize proper, they will all move there and do the thing. It's no longer about political party again in Nigeria. It's about a candidate. And because in the Nigerian constitution and in the lesser act, you cannot contest as an independent candidate.
Yes.
The political party must sponsor you. So you have to go under that umbrella. Now the coalition is not looking good. The APC coalition is not looking good. The LP is not looking good.
At all.
So what else again will an analyst say in this circumstance? The PDP is not looking good because of Wike.
I'm telling you. But if the PDP is not looking good, why? If the PDP know that they are yet to deal with the Wike factor, why are they trying to have a conversation with Peter Obi when they know that there's a strong possibility that he may not, things may be murky, having the Wike factor, glaring there?
That it can be walked through, it can walk over, and establish the PDP through Peter Obi's influence. You understand? And for me, I believe in that. Even when I did an analysis on Enterprise TV on this issue, and the people came heavily on me that it was a bad analysis. I was taking all the issues. Look at all the permutation. There is no political party that don't have evil. You understand? You see the LP away this fashion. You see this thing that you have the big man that is on the back. Is it the PDP that have Wike? Which political parties that you don't have people there? You look at the lesser one that can give you. I mean, PDP was at the center for 16 years. Is it not more promising? Is it not more promising than any other political party?
But in the last
election, the PDP came out second. Is it more promising than any other political party? Then when you have a candidate that have huge support like Toby, what are we doing?
But wait, Barrister Evans Tufeli, you said in the last election PDP came out second. El-Rufai is telling us that they robbed Peter Obi. In other words, if not Peter Obi, if not Peter Obi win, no be PDP way officially come. Maybe na PDP come second, as per based on what El-Rufai they talk.
We're just using the official whatever now, the official. That's what I'm using to do the analysis. I'm just using the template. Because when I believe that result of when they came out that Obi got 6 million votes, no.
Until today, I not tell us say na error HTTP code. Is it na code 11 na be code 404? I say from room 404 to code 404. I was like, how? Until today, INEC no tell us what happened to Glitcho. They no tell us, especially for that presidential one. And I think that what is basically what is a dent on the Mahmoud Yakubu leadership of INEC. So if it's according to what we're coming from what El-Rufai is saying, it's not anybody that is saying now only El-Rufai know the thing we do. It's now left for the Nigerian security agencies for this kind of confession. If they keep quiet, if they could pick somebody on social media that put the president in a state of coma with AI, and DSS not do what they're supposed to do to say, "Oga, start confessing. Who are these people?" And let Nigerians know. This kind of stuff, they will not talk, they'll bury it. So if, according to what El-Rufai is disclosing now, how do we now trust INEC as an institution ahead of 2027?
INEC as an institution but should be monitored by Nigeria.
Should be what?
Should be monitored.
Should be monitored.
Should be monitored by Nigeria. Yes. Because most times we don't monitor INEC. We don't. The INEC can change the goalpost at any time. So Nigeria needs to man that goalpost and have enough people around it to ensure that they are not able to reach it. You understand? Because if Nigerians don't do that, INEC have a tendency to always want to slope into the hands of the incumbents. You understand?
Okay.
The only time we the INEC not to be able to do that was when Jonathan did a proper electoral reform.
No, it's in 2015.
Against, because Tinubu now don't want to go there. Because if this thing go by merit, it's going to lose. Jonathan's time, he didn't mind. You understand? He built upon what they met. You understand? And at the end of the day, what he built edged him out. You understand? Because Nigeria is bigger than any individual. That was his policy. But does a Tinubu willing to give us an electoral reform that has the capacity or tendency to edge him out? That's the question.
Okay, but Barrister Evans, what if it is actually true what El-Rufai said? Then what will happen? What will happen?
If El-Rufai said,
what he exposed, what he said, with the sheets that he released, what if that is the truth? What then happens? Maybe election cannot be conducted now.
If what El-Rufai said was the truth, what will happen? Now you are saying.
No, what will happen if it is the truth? What will happen? I mean, considering what we're currently operating.
The result that INEC declared is the result that that's the official result. That's the official result. So this is the result that this is the five brought. Although we know that that's the real result. Even though that's the real result, INEC did not declare that one. INEC is the umpire. You understand? So that is the dilemma. Even when we know that this result, this is the real result. But people will tell you that was not what INEC had. You understand? And that was not the outcome. Or that was not what was declared. Little wonder they declared it around 4 a.m. You understand? So, and they made it look like it was a transparent thing, but they were televising it. You understand? Meanwhile, background, some other things were going on. So before they bring it to deceive us with the televised.
Barrister Evans Ufeli, do you think that Tinubu's government would, with the way El-Rufai is going now, it'd be like say you won't show them, you won't tell them say if una do anyhow, I get una secret for my palm. So do you think that Tinubu's government will be very wary and careful around El-Rufai, or would you advise El-Rufai to travel out? Because with all of these things that the guy they release, if it be another thing or
it's not me that will advise El-Rufai, because El-Rufai is part of the problem that brought us here. And we should not forget, the reason he's talking is because this government is not favoring him.
Yeah.
So let us not be deceived. If this government had favored him, perhaps we wouldn't have known all this. He would not even mention all these things that have happened. But a typical politician. So I am not, I do not sympathize with him one bit on what is going on. Mine is just to state the fact that he's not doing it because he loves the country or because he's autistic.
Okay.
Or because he has the mind of the
people at heart.
Because he has the masses at hand and all that. No. He's doing this because he's fighting back. He's doing this because he's fighting back.
Alright. Barrister Evans. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. You wanted to conclude your thoughts?
Yes, that fighting back is what is the mission. No, there's no other thing.
Okay, well, let's just say that for now, El-Rufai knows what he's doing, and I think the government of the day knows that they know what he's talking about. Let's wait for Bayo Ononuga. Let's wait for Daniel Bwala Let's wait for Felix Smoker. Let's wait for a host of them, Sunday Dare, to come and speak out against what El-Rufai. We've not heard any official statement from the presidency yet concerning this. It's only individuals on their own that are coming to defend the administration or the presidency or defend INEC. So let's wait and see if they will say anything. If they don't say anything, I feel that they would literally make Nigerians believe that indeed their mandates were stolen and that they were disenfranchised, and that would be a very wrong precedence for this administration, considering what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did or went through while he was in Nadeko with the whole facade of fighting for democracy. It almost feels as if the mandate that he took up, which was democracy, it's a different thing that Nigerians are experiencing now. So I will hope that that aspect of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a Democrat will display itself for objectivity and truthfulness. Now, Barrister, another problem that a couple of Nigerians are coming up with is trusting the one-term proposition of Peter Obi. There are complaints that Peter Obi is somebody that promises one thing and then he could change another time. So there are old videos of when he was an ABGA, although we know that ABGA is a state party, it's not like a national party per se, but when he made a promise about ABGA, from ABGA to PDP, then Labour Party, then joining the coalition. So they were doing a comparison between Peter Obi and Atiku and Tinubu, who has supposedly been steadfast, ground up with his political party, formed it, became the godfather of that political party, became like literally the template of the political party. And there are talks of Peter Obi always defecting from one political party or the other for his ambition. Is there anything wrong with joining another political party when you feel your ideals are no longer in connivance with the party you belong to? Or could it be that this could be a major problem in terms of trust and belief in him as a person in this ADC or any other political party he intends to join, before 2027? How would you respond to this?
Well, I think that he should talk less.
Okay.
He should talk less. Yeah, because all these politicians, why they cannot keep to their promises is because many of them have no integrity. Many of them have no ideology. You understand? When they are talking, they are just cajoling. They are just trying by all means to deliberately get acceptance. You understand? Then once they are accepted, the next thing they'll come and tell you that they did not say so, that one of their aides said so or advised to. Just like when Fashola said that a serious government will fix life in 6 months. The videos were all there. Later, he denied it. I didn't say. You understand? So, politicians generally in Nigeria are largely prepared. It's just that a few of them have the interest of the masses at heart, the likes of P2P. And those few are also susceptible to making promises they cannot keep. Yes, they are susceptible to that because all over the world, an average politician and integrity cannot fight for it. They are not, because they need to deceive sometimes. No, they feel they need to deceive people sometimes before they can get their acceptance and all, but they don't trust whether they are accepted or not. But I think it's delusional. If you want to be a politician, it's better to be a politician on the full scale of integrity, on a full scale of ideology, knowing that you are coming out to work for the people. You understand? Even if it's a people he wants to do one time, I do not see him as someone who, after one time, will relinquish power. I do not.
Why would you say so? Why?
As much as people support him, you know why?
Why?
The politics we're talking about. For me, to do something meaningful, even though there are people who counter this, 4 years is short.
Barrister Evans Ufeli, for real? 4 years is short.
4 years is short.
So sadly, wait, hold on. If the president has said from the ground go zero, as he assumed office, he was going to kick the ground running, you wouldn't tell me that you wouldn't experience excellent strides. When you know you have 4 years, so you know that you don't have an opportunity to come back a second term. You'll be brutal.
I'm saying if you get a good leader,
okay,
even Nigerians will come out and tell you that 4 years is short. Look at Ambode, for example. People today are still talking about Ambode, that had it been he did in 8 years, Lagos will not be like this, and that's the truth. What Ambode did for 4 years is what someone is trying to do for 8 years now. I'm just telling you, Jack Conde the same thing. Jack Conde's own, the Third Republic was short-lived. You understand? He don't even complete the time. Today, people are talking about it. So if you have good leaders, it is the Nigerians that will be saying, these 4 years though, we want another one. Do you understand? It's when you have leaders like Tinubu that have no direction, no purpose, no structure, nothing, that you will say that you cannot wait for this man to leave so that we can know exactly where this country is going to. That's the context we want.
Structure. They will tell you that his policy reform actually has structure.
No, the structure, I mean the structure of governance. What I mean.
Okay, all right.
It has political structure now, but once Tinubu understand his politics, he cannot govern. The science of politics, he understands how to maneuver and manipulate and do everything he wants to do. And get power, but when power is into his hand, he doesn't know what to do with. He doesn't know where the people are. He doesn't know where the people are going to. He doesn't know what to appropriate and what not to appropriate. And then he takes decisions impulsively. When you take decisions impulsively and you are leaving too many people, a lot of people will suffer. A lot of people will suffer because you are not thinking. You are not thinking. You think the leadership is by just stand and say, go here. You here. That's all. No, it has to. There must be planning. You cannot leave people like that. That's why we are talking today.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Babajide Lawansi.
Babajide.
I'm calling you from Iba Housing Estate.
All right.
You see, Mr. Peter Obi is in a serious, or will I say, highly dilemma on political matters for Nigeria moving forward. However, he should use his vast experiences to forge ahead. He is himself. He should not let anybody dictate for him.
Okay.
He knows the party he can go. A lot of parties are there that will offer him presidential ticket. That apart, let's split the dirty things from our mouth outside, that there is power of incumbency. You cannot be beaten. It's not far-fetched. U.S. presidency, just around the corner. The incumbency, you are there now. The thing is on the people. Everything we are saying now, Peter Obi or Tinubu, is the people. The people themselves should be prepared. This is what we want, and you back it up with your PVC. Nobody is going to cause any riotous atmosphere in Nigeria. We want things to work. It's no tribalism. When people come out to vote, but my fear is INEC and the judiciary.
Sorry.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir, for calling. Thank you so much, sir. 08036929933. That is the number to call. Hello, welcome.
Hello, Esther. Good evening.
How are you?
Hello, good evening. This is Paul from Ebeda.
Mr. Paul, welcome. Please go ahead.
Yeah, we have been speculating that Obi won the election without evidence. Now, one of the culprits who perpetrated what happened, who had inside of what was the glitch, has come out now to release an official list or statement that shows that Obi won the 2023 general election. So if they said what he released there that is not true, then the federal government should get him arrested or take him to court. Let him prove he's right or wrong. The truth is that we were on speculation all this while, but now there is evidence by one of those who officiated the manipulation. So kudos to El-Rufai, and Nigerians have seen the truth. And 2027, we are still going to vote for Obi. Thank you.
All right. But there's also another line of reasoning. What if Tinubu had given El-Rufai a political appointment or a ministerial appointment per se? Would we hear all of this? Would we hear all of this? Would we hear all of this? Hello? Good evening. How are you? Hello? Hello? Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm not doing so badly. By God's grace.
Okay, sir. What's your name?
The name is Godswill.
Godswill, location, sir.
So, what I'm trying to say here is, why are people drinking medicine for headache or based on this one-term suggestion from Obi? Are you with me?
I am here. I'm listening to you.
You know that you cannot go for 2 terms. Just that with this one now, it will be more likely easier to get. Because when people consider, just 4 years, okay, they can say, let's just try him. That's why you went that way. It's not as if you cannot rule for 2 terms. So, the guy, he uses his brain, so it doesn't just allow a person like that. So people should stop drinking fancy about it.
All right.
Let them just give it to him, even if he, let's see what he's gonna do. And I believe he will put the things right.
Okay.
And
Thank you. I think the fear actually is, what if he does so well? All right, like some first-time governors are doing now in their states. What if he does so well and the people want him to do more? Then what happens? You've already promised only 4 years. You've already promised only 1 term. But now that people want you to do more, you would now say, oh no, I promised that I wasn't going to do beyond this. So, like, are you not disenfranchising the people who want you to do more? I think that's the fear, compared to Jonathan, who, by law, if he does a second time, he cannot come back. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Good evening, sir. My name is Shay
Sir?
from Surulere.
Your
My
name?
name is Shay from Surulere.
Feyi. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the Evening Rush. Please go ahead.
I hope when the El-Rufai call will be winner. El-Rufai is it with the INEC.
Okay.
That is how everybody will talk. What happened is that is the same thing that your guest, my guest used to talk.
Okay.
Obi can win, which means to talk in 2023. Obi can win, but they will not give him. They will not give him. Yes, even they will not give him second. If he still reach 2027, the same thing, you still take third. Unless he back with northern people to support, then they will not give him next one. It's not now. Watch what Tinubu do. Tinubu know that he can't win good luck 2015. It's not that good. Tinubu know admission not ready to win, do president, but he know that he can't win without not. That's why he support Buhari. Even 2019, when Nigeria decided that they want to remove Buhari, it's Tinubu that shouting because he even admission that if Buhari can go second time, he will not get over chance over Atiku. So that is what is going on. So if Tinubu now, at Tinubu was rich, it will be like making win 21 states. Don't be music. So that is the solution. Not that we need to be.
All right.
So that is the solution.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Okay. 080-3692-9933. I'll be taking some messages. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name?
Well done. James Mayor from Pescat.
Mayor. Welcome. Please go ahead,
you.
sir.
You see, I like what is playing out. You know, in those days when thieves go out for to thief, maybe robbers. You know when Wala normally comes out, only when they are sharing the loot or whatever they have stolen. So what El-Rufai is saying, this is the beginning of revelations. And we pray that more will come, so that we now know the master strategy. How this thing is a very big blow, because I was telling people that he did not do that thing alone. So El-Rufai is stating the obvious. We know, yes, but this one is now an insider. Do you understand? When crocodile comes out of the river to tell you that there is territory building inside the river, will you doubt it? Cannot. So this one is evidence that this man was an insider. I pray more. Let them continue to. God is at work. Let them continue to have that problem within El-Rufai, and we'll get more. But definitely, this man cannot go back, because at least we have seen his distance. So
All right, thank you. I will take a few messages and take calls. Okay, let's balance it like that. Good evening, our dear presenter and our honorable guest. My name is Taiwo Olabody from EAC in Otta. Thanks for educating us on the state of the nation. All right, thank you very much. Our leaders should learn from other African countries such as Rwanda, Egypt, and other African countries that have fallen where millions were brutally murdered. The government, they're not doing the will of the people. Our leaders should do the needful and stop the starvation and killings of innocent citizens. Hi, VP fans. President of Russia, Honorable Esther Wachukwu. You guys, Chris and Koye Nikotsu. Let no one make mistake. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar will give Peter Obi ADC ticket. Not only that, but full chest backup in 2027. Okay, all right. You said this is the outcome from 3 men member. Nigeria set to be great again. Wow. Are you a prophet? What are you saying? Good evening, VOP and good people of Nigeria. Kenna from Ikorodu. If ADC wants Nigerians to follow them wholeheartedly, everyone should be carried along with openness. Money should not be the order of the day. If that is done, Nigerians will market APC. INEC is a problem of Nigeria. INEC is APC supporter. That is what is playing out. All right, Ikenna. Good evening, Esther and VOP family. Shortly after Yakubu, INEC declared Tinubu as the winner and advised our grouped contestants to go to court. Barrister Darlington said severally on VOP radio that one day someone being an insider will come out to tell us the truth about the INEC glitch that declared Tinubu as the winner. Today, El-Rufai, who was a catalyst of the whole thing, is telling the world about who actually won the election. Darlington is vindicated on this. Don't make Barrister Darlington's head to swell now. You start making his head to swell. You say he's a prophet. Good evening, Esther. For me, I will never believe in whatever Barrister Fred Nzako will tell us. It's not Barrister Fred Nzako. This is Barrister Evans Ufeli. Good evening, Esther. I believe whatever shit El-Rufai brought out, because it is now that El-Rufai is on the opposition that Nigerians can pressurize him to tell us what actually played out during the declaration of the presidential election result by Mahmoud Yakub. I'm sure El-Rufai will be aware of what transpired that made INEC to stop the announcement abruptly and later went on to declare the result in the midnight. All of them to come and blame it on technical glitch. Charles from Akwajo. Esther. Good evening, the uncle. I am Engineer Maruf contributing. About El-Rufai coming out now and saying Obi won in 2023 general election shows that he's actually paranoid. If not gone out his mind, or if not, he has gone out of his mind with the expression of pains for not being given a ministerial appointment. Okay, Mr. Ayinde, I'm editing what you wrote. So next time, please write legibly. Okay, so that I can comprehend your line of thoughts. So I think I will have to edit this. About El-Rufai coming out now and saying Obi won the 2023 general election shows that he is actually paranoid or possibly gone out of his mind with the expression of pain because he was not given a ministerial appointment to the ongoing regime of President Tinubu. It's El-Rufai that said loudly to the public that Obi was only acting comedy script, that he won no election. For him to now come out and say Obi won any election is akin to being mischievous and desperately deliberate, misleading the public and instigating public against the president and his party, the APC. Okay, if he has any concrete proof and had evidence to affirm Obi won the election, he should proceed to the court and prove his assertion. Otherwise, he is just ranting and wasting his energy. El-Rufai and his son are only being self-delusional, just groaning they have failed. As our APC or President Tinubu has no need to sue El-Rufai. Rather, El-Rufai is the one to go to court and prove his case. He who alleges must prove his allegations. Okay, another angle to look at this. But that statement he made, it's a very big deal, to be honest. The APC, I'm expecting them to say something about this as soon as possible. Otherwise, it'll be validating all that he said, and that's a dangerous precedent.
Good evening, Esther.
How are you, sir? Welcome.
Hello.
I can hear you, sir. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you? Welcome, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, what's your name?
My
Where are you
name,
calling from?
my name is Oladipupo Dalif Aguma.
Okay, so where are you calling from?
Yes, I don't know. I'm calling from Chicago. The phone is cracking, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear
Let me just continue talking.
Yeah, continue. I can hear you.
Yes, I greet your man who analyzes all these things for us, your guest. I enjoy him, but where I dislike what he's saying at the end of the show, he said, who can promise 4 years and do something tangible?
He's referring to Obi. Nobody say he want to do 4 years. But I'm happy that he changed his statement. Esther, let me tell you, if Obi said he want to do a term, he will not do more than 1 term. For what he will do, will make people to ask for 2nd term. That is it. Why are we rejecting APC? Because what they are doing is not what we need. If Obi got there and do excellent job, people will ask him to continue. That's what I can say, Esther. Thank you for a good job.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you for calling. Bye bye. Okay. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Hello, Esther. Good evening.
Ben from Iba. How are you, Ben?
Yes, fine.
Go ahead.
And you?
I am fine. I do okay. Although AC day here where we're cold day.
Yes, but you see what you used to say? I was saying this thing that it Obi got 1.2 million votes from Plateau. They show the result in Plateau. 1.2 million results. Small time when they came back again, the result changed. In this place, Rivers, 1.3 or so, they gave it to APC and carry APC on and gave to P2B. If you join all these 2 results now,
like I said, even a blind man, we know that P2B won that election because it was so plain that the election was rigged for Tinubu in that election. Even Wike rigged Rivers State election for APC. Imagine Wike that was meant to be working for Atiku then, but they were in PDP. But he chose to work for APC then, and even rigged Rivers State. And that is also the main reason why what happened in Rivers State now is happening. Because they have a plan. And I think that plan have worked because they wanted to actually take up Rivers State so they can also do what they did last election. This is just how the game is being played in Nigeria. So far, you are not benefiting. You now come and expose the truth because we know then El-Rufai kept mute and he was so sure that election that people wanted, but he kept quiet. So now he's coming out to actually say that this. But before he have come out to publicly say it that he never supported people, but now he has started saying the truth because this is politics. When someone is your opponent, you tend to turn blind eyes on the good part of the person. But if two of you are not together, you now have to start talking the good things about him. You understand that's politics. So that's how it works in Nigeria. So it's very clear. And I love how people that know that this man won the election is coming out now to actually expose you so that it not be as if we Nigerians are just bluffing, because we have been saying this over time that P2B won that election, that it should be awarded to him. But we know in Nigeria where everybody is looking for what to benefit them. That's the gospel truth. Because if me and you are to be in that INEC, we might do worse than what the INEC did because we are benefiting from it. That's the gospel truth. So it will take only God's grace and Nigerians as a whole to do the needful come 2027. But let me get your thoughts and views about this video. Like I said, this is a video where you can air your views. Let me know what your point of view, because this is my own point of view. So let me get your own thoughts and views in the comment section. I'll be seeing you guys in my next video.